Good afternoon. Actually, it's now evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NDTV for tonight's second game here at Notre Dame High School as we welcome the Lions of Peoria High to Notre Dame High School to play our JV game. We're going to start with our pregame prayer, and I'll turn it over to John Cummings to lead us in prayer.
To you we give all praise and thanksgiving. You have blessed us with your bountiful gifts. Help us to use them for your honor. Send forth your grace and abundance upon all gathered for this basketball game. Allow all of our gifts and talents to shine forth in a Christian way. Especially bless these teams, coaches, and referees. Protect all from injury and harm. Allow your peace to always reign in our hearts. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Once again, folks, we are back here in the kitchen for our second game.
For tonight's sophomore game between the
And
Lions of Peoria.
We are again very excited to welcome the Lions of Peoria High School here to play our own Notre Dame Irish. As John Cummings announces tonight's starting lineups, I'll turn it over to my partner, Mike Plunkett, to do the very same.
Thanks, Jim. Just trying to get an idea who some of our players are going to see. We got number 13 for the Lions, Trinity Childs. Another sophomore, number 12, Tiana Ross. A freshman, number 1, Naisha Rutherford. Sophomore, number 23, Serena Winters. And a freshman, number 2, Heaven Wood.
And now let's meet and greet Irish.
And it looks like I'm trying to get a look. I think the Lions JV coach is Siobhan Watkins, who played at Peoria High with my daughter. She's just a wonderful young lady. Love Siobhan. Starting for the Irish, number 4, freshman Maya Wardle. A sophomore, Mary Breitbach, number 10.
5'6", sophomore guard, number 21, Sammy Lard.
A freshman guard, number 21, Sammy Lard.
A 5'10", sophomore forward, number 23, Elizabeth Hanley.
Elizabeth Hanley, number 23, a sophomore forward.
86-foot sophomore forward, number 34.
And number 34, sophomore Biz Daly. Now, Biz, Mary, and Maya got a lot of minutes, obviously, in the varsity game they just played.
They've already played quite a bit today, so we'll see how this goes.
And on the bench coaching the Irish tonight, we got Shamara Hill and Julie Santon, Ryan Julius, and Mike Breitbach. And it should be noted, this JV team of Central played Manual's varsity a couple nights ago and defeated Manual's varsity by 2. Now, you know, Manual's in a rebuilding mode, obviously, as we know, but still to play a varsity level team, you know, they're going to play hard. Now, you know, they've got the Lions have several very nice pass inside.
And here go the Lions on the board right away. I believe that was number 13, Trinity Childs, getting things going here for the Lions.
And the Lions have several young kids playing at the varsity level only, and none of them are able to play this game tonight because their team is currently in quarantine, but they should be good to go in hopefully a short period of time.
My understanding is they may be out already. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. Talking to Coach Julius beforehand, he was saying that they may have had the opportunity to bring a couple of the other girls tonight, which they chose not to. But again, Lord only knows.
Right.
There's Wardle hustling to the basket after the steal. It's poked away by number 23, Serena Winters, and it'll stay with the Irish. Folks, we are joined here at the table, although he's not mic'd yet. Perhaps he could be later, by our fantastic varsity soccer coach, Mike Baer, keeping things plugged in and working smoothly for us tonight. Sammy Lard kicks it out to Biz Daly. Biz with the fake, drives to the lane, and Biz is on the board for the Irish. Ties it up here with 6:48 left to go here in the first quarter.
And this will be a good test for us, our young kids playing a good team, a good school. Peoria High basketball is always good. You're going to have a lot of kids with with some athletic ability out here, and for us, see how well we can handle the ball and how well we can contain on defense. So this is a good test for us.
That foul's on number 2, Heaven Wood. That'll be her first, team's first. And here comes number 4, Maya Wardle, to bring it up for the Irish. Wardle brings it back towards the top of the key. Feeds Sammy Lard. Lard inside to Elizabeth Hanley. It's off the mark.
Nice catch and right up with Elizabeth. That was a nice play. She didn't hesitate at all, just didn't get it to fall, but I like to see that catch and go up right away.
Wardle will inbound it. Goes to Hanley along the baseline. Hanley drives. Gets inside to Sammy Lard. Sammy with the spin. Gets it back to Hanley. Hanley with a nice fake layup off the glass. Good. Elizabeth Hanley's on the board with her first basket of the game. 4-2 with 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Notre Dame leading.
Elizabeth Hanley, another young lady, just spent a lot of time in the gym working on her footwork, her shoot. You can see it right there with the shot fake, the good footwork. A lot of times you'll see that footwork followed by travel, but she slows down and makes sure she does it right. Good help on defense.
Ball comes up from Maya Wardle to Sammy Lard. And before she could get the shot off, she just got a little bit tripped up and got called for the travel, and they'll come back Lions way.
And you can see just a little difference here. Maya with the pass on the more experienced varsity girls are catching that and finishing up for a layup. You know, Sammy being a freshman runs the floor unbelievably well. And just with a little more seasoning, Sammy's going to benefit a lot from playing with Maya. I look at Sammy as getting a lot of varsity minutes next year, just from what I've seen this year.
Incredible athleticism. Number 1, Nyasha Rutherford with the ball. Looks to set things up for the Lions, guarded by Mary Breitbach. Rutherford kicks it over to number 23, Winters. Winters comes around. Kicks it on the far end of the court to number 40, Talia Wittitz, who has checked in for the Lions. Comes back to Nyasha Rutherford, who gets on the board for the Lions.
We don't have these numbers in numerical order on my sheet here, and
it's going to drive you nuts, isn't it?
Well, that's a short drive.
Nice feed underneath from Biz Daly to Sammy Lard, and Sammy Lard gets her first basket of the game. Nice assist there from Biz Daly. Shots off the mark, big rebound there from Hanley. Hanley kicks it out to Wardle, and here come the Irish. Wardle looks to attack the middle, kicks it out to Breitbach, up for 3, off the mark. And here come the Lions back the other way. Shots off the mark there. And number 2, that's Heaven Wood. Layup was off. She gets her own rebound, goes right back up, and she's fouled by number 10, Mary Breitbach, her first, team's first.
And I anticipate a lot of this up and down in this game. I think we're going into our media timeout, but I just anticipate a lot of this up and down in this game tonight. So, and you know, we've talked about this before when our kids have played, have had to play a couple games with Maya, Mary, Elizabeth, both Elizabeths, you know, having to play, you know, quite a few minutes in a varsity game. So, you know, we'll see how this plays out over the course of the evening, because you get your adrenaline in the varsity game, right, and you're pumped and you're playing hard, and, you know, how are our legs going to hold out here?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, folks, again, we're in our media timeout here in the first quarter. Notre Dame leads 6-4. The scoring spread out over 10 points here in the first quarter. 5 people have scored them. It looks like we're going to have a fun game here.
I think so. I just think this is we've kind of developed a pretty decent rivalry with the Lions. You know, with our girls basketball program. Peoria High right now is at a pretty high level with their varsity. I was very disappointed we weren't able to see them play this year, but COVID reared its ugly head, which it has done quite a bit this season. But I just wanted to see our kids play them. One, because I know how talented the Peoria High team is, and some of the kids they have, and they've got another outstanding freshman guard, and
right,
the young Guyton girl. So I wanted to see her match up against Maya. But I also just want to see how our girls were going to play against a quality opponent like Peoria High. So hopefully, in this conference tournament next week, maybe we'll run into each other and get a chance to play each other.
That is my hope as well. There's some rumblings about seedings already, and I've heard that we are currently sitting in the number 2 seed.
I would think so because Danville beat Normal Community. Peoria High beat Normal Community. With us not playing Peoria High, the only conference loss we have is to Normal Community.
Right.
So I would think we'd have to be, because Danville lost to us and Peoria High, so we've got to be sitting at the number 2 spot. But those seeds are, I don't know how much they mean this year,
Right,
to be honest
exactly,
with you.
exactly.
Richwoods has just played a handful of games.
First free throw is good for number 2, Heaven Wood, and she'll get a second one right now. Second free throw is good for Wood, and she now has tied up the game 6-6 with 4:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Wardle with the ball, looking to set up the offense, looks inside, kicks it back out to Breitbach. Breitbach brings it around to Hanley. Hanley looking inside, gets it down to Sammy Lard. Sammy Lard swings it out to Wardle. Wardle for 3, off the mark. Biz Daly with the big rebound, gets inside to Lard. Lard gets hit and makes the basket. Sammy Lard does a great job going up strong, takes the contact, finishes the shot, and she'll go up she'll hit the line for a 3-point play.
And just a great offensive rebound by Biz. She gathered herself, collected herself, and made that nice pass to Sammy.
And Sammy does a nice job completing that 3-point play, and she now has 5 for the quarter.
Just in the few weeks that we've seen these kids play, the improvement has been unbelievable just playing these games. So you hope that, you know, there's being a shortened season, not having a state tournament, all these things going on. But the biggest thing you get out of this is, man, you know who can play down the road for you.
That's a nice hustle there from number 2, Heaven Wood, to poke that ball out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Irish. And the Lions are starting to give a little bit more pressure here.
And they'll continue to do that as the game goes on. And you're either if you break it and you handle that initial pressure, which I would think Maya should be able to do, you generally will get good shots from that.
Maya for 3, good.
3 for 4.
But when I say if you handle that, that's a big if also.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to handle it. But if you can break that initial pressure, you'll get yourself a good shot.
So here come Lions the other way. Wood is with the ball, throws it away, and it'll stay with the Irish. And we have our first substitution for the Irish. Number 11, Ellie Baer, checking in. And she'll throw the ball in for the Irish. She gives it to Wardle, and Wardle will set up the offense. My Wardle looks to attack. Nice screen from Daly. Ball comes into Daly. She loses a grip on it. Drives, little floater, gets her own rebound, keeps her balance. Breitbach looks to shoot, drives instead, little jumper off the glass, no good. There's Lard with the rebound. I keep thinking Daly's going to let that fly, but she will not.
She's a year away from that, I think.
And there's a great move after that was a great pass from Breitbach inside to Biz Daly. Biz Daly going up strong here. Takes the contact again, finishes, and we've got our second 3-point play in just about a minute. Nyjah Rutherford gets her first foul of the day. It'll be the team's 3rd. Biz Daly will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. That free throw rolls in for Daly, and now the Irish take a 9-point lead here with 2:45 left to go in the first. Rutherford, guarded by Baer, swings it. They get the ball inside. That's number 23, Winters, gets it in. 23 does a good job. That's Serena Winters, does a good job penetrating, drawing the foul. Ray Breitbach picks up her second foul, team second. Winters will go to line shooting 2 shots.
We certainly want to keep Breitbach in the game. We don't want to. She's got 2 fouls, and we're going to need her just to. So much experience she brings to us right now, just handling the ball, and she'll knock down an open shot.
So the second free throw is good for Winters. And number 13, Jillian Sanders, checked in for the Irish. So Wardle with the ball, gets it into Breitbach. Breitbach dribbles around, kicks it out to Baer. Nice screen there from Sander, who made a great cut through the lane. Here comes Daly driving, kicks it out to Wardle. It's tipped. Wardle controls. And it goes out of bounds.
3, Chloe Carpenter reporting in for the Irish.
Number 3, Chloe Carpenter checking in for the Irish. Number 23, Winters throws it in. She gets it back. She looks to drive. Feeds it into Trinity Childs. It's thrown away. Here comes Wardle back the other way. Shots off the mark. Sander rebounds, throws it up.
Really good hustle by Sanders just to get down the floor.
Jillian is a hustler. Biz Daly fouls on the ensuing steal, and it'll be her first, team's third. And with 1:54 left here in the first, Notre Dame leads 15-7. And number 2, Heaven Wood, will throw in for Peoria High. Niagara Rutherford will bring it up for Peoria. She drives, floater through the lane, off the mark.
Some bodies went down there.
I had a blocked visual. I'm not sure if Daly got the ball to Sander or if that was Sander with the rebound. Either way, Irish has the ball. Wardle with it near the top of the key. She gets it into Daly. Daly bobbles it. Drives, scores. That's a nice move from Daly.
Biggest play on that with Biz was catching the ball. That was not an easy catch. She caught it in traffic. Everybody else got a little bit out of control. She slowed down, gathered herself, and made a nice move to the basket.
As you can see, she bobbled it, and as a couple of the Lions members were going after it, it created a lane for it. Actually, one of the young ladies fell, and Daly just took her time, methodically went to the hoop, and increased the lead by 10. Folks, it is my pleasure to share with you this incredible group of companies, our Peoria Notre Dame supporters. These companies are helping us make this live stream free to everybody who is viewing tonight. Thank you to them. Thank you to everybody who is watching, of course. But again, this live stream, this YouTube channel is free because of these wonderful supporters. Thank you. Please patronize them. Please thank them any chance you get. They're a wonderful group of companies and a wonderful group of people running these companies, as they've been longtime supporters of Notre Dame athletics, Notre Dame High School, and we're very grateful to have them not only in our community but in the Notre Dame family. So here comes the Lions, looking to get the ball inside. Nice drive underneath the basket. The shot went off the bottom of the hoop, but a little nice rebound and feed underneath the basket to number 13, Trinity Childs, and she goes right up with it and gets her second basket of the game.
Got trouble seeing it. Hard to read these numbers sometimes.
Biz Daly gets a nice rebound there and goes right back up.
They right now have no answer for Biz. She's already sitting on 9 points, and we're sitting in the first quarter, and she just has dominated the boards on the offensive end.
Nice floater again in the lane for the Lions, but I tell you, Chloe Carpenter is fearless on the floor, and she gets tangled up there, forces a jump ball.
She really is. It's a good thing she wears knee pads, because she would have skinned up knees. She's just all over the floor.
So possession belongs to the Lions. They will inbound underneath their basket. Denia Covington throws it in. The ball is thrown in and bounced around. Rutherford controls. She drives. Shot goes up, and it's good. Niagara Rutherford gets her second basket of the first quarter. Nice floater in the lane there, off the mark. Knocked out of bounds by the Irish. It'll go to the Lions. We have 8.6 seconds left on the clock here in the first. Irish lead 19-11. Rutherford kicks it up to number 23, Serena Winters. Winters with the left-hand floater through the lane. It's off the mark. Wardle gets it. Makes an attempt at about a three-quarter court shot. Falls a little short. And at the end of the first quarter, the Irish lead 19-11. Coach, initial thoughts?
A lot of points. We thought it'd be up and down. It has been. We've been really, we're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, which you think somebody like Biz Daly should be able to do. Peoria High, they're going to have to make an adjustment and get a body on us for their defensive rebounds. If they don't do so, I can see us just dominating inside with their offensive rebounds. And again, Biz started off, 9 points in the first quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a minute to enjoy the fantastic work of our Notre Dame cheerleaders.
We say, hello from Peoria, Notre Dame. We wish you the best the whole game through. A big hello from the green, white, and blue. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Notre Dame cheerleaders continuing their fantastic work here at all of our home games.
And you know what? That's been one of the blessings of this whole thing. Has you try to look at some positives and everything, and the girls a lot of times don't get the pleasure of having the cheerleaders at all their games, just because the cheerleaders are putting a lot of time in on the weekends with the boys' games, and they come off a football season. They put a lot of time into this. So, and I know the girls really appreciate when the cheerleaders are present, and it's been nice to see them here all season long.
Number 10, Mary Breitbach. Number 23, Elizabeth Hanley. And number 21, Sammy Lard have checked back in for the Irish. They join Biz Daly and Maya Wardle on the court for Notre Dame. For the Lions, we have Heaven Wood, Denia Covington, Niaja Rutherford, Serena Winters. It looks like number 40, Talia Wittes on the playing for Peoria. Rutherford with a nice pass through the lane, but she gets caught taking an extra step there underneath the basket. It was a great feed, though.
Yeah, it was nice. She never really had her balance when she caught the ball and never was able to regain it. Sometimes you need to. That's a time where they tell you don't put the ball down around the basket. Sometimes you need to just set yourself and get your balance.
Right.
And she just was not able to keep herself from stumbling a little bit there.
Number 12, Tayana Ross is checked in for Peoria High. Biz Daly with the ball, swings at the Wardle. Wardle looks to drive, pulls it back out. Nice screen from Elizabeth Hanley. Wardle swings at the Breitbach. Breitbach at the top of the key, feeds Biz Daly. Daly drives, she gets tangled up, gets it back. I think she might have passed it to herself. I'm not sure what all happened. She got to the hoop quickly, but unfortunately gets called for the travel.
When it looks funny, they're generally going to call something.
Right. So here comes number 40, Talia Wittes. And we have another travel call. We got a case of the travels here.
Yeah, and that's just a matter of working on footwork and getting that corrected. You make a fake and you try to maybe sweep the ball through, and if your feet get ahead of the basketball, you're going to have that call.
Number 23, Serena Winters, is checked back in for Peoria. We have just under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Notre Dame leads 19-11 over Peoria. Wardle for three from the corner, just over the mark. And here come the Lions back the other way. Winters with the ball, swings at the Rutherford. Rutherford gets it back to Winters. Ball's down in the corner with Heaven Wood. Heaven Wood gets it back out to Wittes. Wittes for a long shot off the mark. Daly with another rebound. And number 4, Talia Wittes. I sure hope I'm saying her last name right. And if I'm not, I apologize. I'll try to get it corrected at halftime or just confirmed.
Another great pass.
Sammy Lard accepted a great pass underneath the basket from Maya Wardle. And Lard now has 7 on the day. So Irish looking to give a little more pressure up top. Wittes with the ball. Big pressure from Lard. She tips it. Here comes Wardle back the other way on the steal. A little fake. Finishes with a little baby jumper in the lane. And Maya Wardle has her second basket of the game.
And just a little subtle thing, but she deflects it, then she taps it out to herself.
Right. Just gives herself that head start with, that little tap.
And Maya is deceivingly fast.
There's Daly coming up and over, and they're going to give her second foul of the game. I think they're going to call a little contact on that ensuing tip.
Yeah, just got to get around a little bit more. When you come over a little bit more over the top, they're going to generally call you for a foul there.
5:27 left here in the second quarter. Irish lead 23-11 over the Lions of Peoria High. Rutherford with the ball. Gets it over on the far side. We've got a 3 up and a 3 down. That's a 3 is good for number 23, Serena Winters. That brings the Lions within 9. Lard has the ball underneath. She goes up strong. Shots off the mark. Fights for a rebound. Ball's loose. Interesting foul call. It's going to be on number 21, Sammy Lard.
That's a tough call. That's just one that.
I thought it might have been a jump ball.
Yeah, jump ball or a no call. It just was one of those that were going after the ball.
Oh, there's a nice steal from Mary Breitbach. She gets it down to Elizabeth Hanley. The Lions were able to fight for it. Here comes number 23, Serena Winters, bringing the ball up quickly. Gets in the hands of Wood, who swings it over to Rutherford. Ball comes back to Wood. No, I'm sorry, that's number 23, Serena Winters. Winters with trouble in the corner. Ball gets knocked around. Wordle had control of it, gets poked away by, I believe, number 2, Evan Wood, poked it away underneath the basket. And with that, at the 4:30 mark here in the second quarter, we'll go into our second media timeout of this game. It's been a good game so far.
It has been. There's been up and down. There's a flow to it. The officials are letting them play for the most part. They're not going to let them get away with some real obvious stuff, but they're letting them play, which is good. And that's what these kids need to do. They need to learn how to play with each other and play against each other, and that's good. Now, again, you've got a combination here of there's times I look at 5 that we have on the floor, and I say, those 5 we have on the floor tonight are 5. 5 right now you see out here. I could see those 5 on the floor at any time next year in a varsity game.
Absolutely.
Those 5 without, that's not discounting, some of the other kids on our varsity team, but kids need breaks, kids have foul trouble, whatever it may be. And these 5 get a chance to play together in an extra game like this. So that's a great thing to have going, which we should mention. It's just really nice that Peoria High agreed to come over here tonight and play this game because both teams just need that work.
And we've said this a lot this year, especially because it is a shortened season. Certainly varsity teams will play about half the games that they normally play, but minutes certainly matter. Biz Daly gets called for travel as she drives to the hoop. With 4:20 left here in the second, Irish lead 23-14. That's number 23, Serena Winters with the ball. She swings it over to Rutherford. Rutherford brings it back near half court. She drives, takes a tough shot, draws the foul. That's going to be on number 23, Elizabeth Hanley, her first, team 6. And Niaja Rutherford will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. I think she realized she was in trouble, just took the shot, knew she could probably draw the defense off their feet and draw the foul.
And that's where we can run in a little bit of trouble. If we don't do a better job containing the ball, we let the dribbler beat us on penetration, then we have to come help, and then usually bad things happen if you get yourself a little out of control, which we were at that time.
So Rutherford misses both her free throws, and they get the rebound, look to throw it out, and there's Mary Breitbach doing a great job hustling, stealing the pass. Wardle with the ball, nice screen from Lard. Wardle drives. She kicks it back to Lard. Lard with a nice shot off the glass, misses. Wardle with the rebound, gets it back to Hanley. I'm not going to guess what's happening here. Wow. Travel called on Hanley. She must have taken an extra step.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to see if we can get a replay here really quickly. Wardle with a nice pass from Hanley.
Yeah, I think she went left to right and then went up.
So number 11, Ellie Baird, checks in for the Irish after the travel call. Here comes Heaven Wood with the ball for the Lions. She looks to drive. Maya Wardle pokes it. No, Wood controls it, but now they're back on the floor. A lot of action down in the lane. There's great hustle there from Ellie Baird to create that jump ball.
Yeah, just good help on defense. Our hands are very active. And when the ball's down, we dive after it. And Ellie made a good play there.
Again, Ellie Bear fearless on the court. And here comes Sammy Lara with a nice steal. She's coming back, and again, Evan Wood, excellent hustle, just scraping too much paint coming back down the court, and gets called for the foul.
And really, Wood's best bet there is to sprint to a spot ahead rather than running alongside her. And you should be faster without the ball than somebody is with the ball, you would think. But Sammy's pretty fast.
Number 11, Denia Covington checks in. I believe number 40, Talia Wittes is also back in. Oh, there's a three for Wardle. It's off the mark. Ellie Bear hustled down, gets it. Biz Daly looks to drive, and it gets thrown away. It'll go to the Lions.
Yeah, that was not touched. Biz trying to do a little too much there, and maybe a little fatigue too.
Right.
She played a lot of varsity minutes, played well, played hard.
We had some substitutions there for the Lions. I just want to make sure they check everybody off. We have Niaja Rutherford in the game. Talia Wittes is in. Number 23, Serena Winters is also in. On the far side, we have number 11, Denia Covington. There's a steal for the Irish. Sammy Lara gets it out to Ellie Bear. Ellie Bear with a jumper. It's blocked. And we have a travel violation on the Irish.
Should be on the Lions.
Yeah, on the Lions, and we'll stay with the Irish. And the last one for Peoria High that I have not named yet is number 12, Tiana Ross. There's Elizabeth Hanley with a nice drive. She'll kick it out to Maya Wardle. Wardle for three, short. And here come the Lions back the other way. Winters gets it up.
Excellent pass.
Winters gets it up to Niaja Rutherford. Great pass and finish.
Rutherford did a nice job running the floor, and Winters, beautiful bounce pass to her. And
Biz Daly with a nice jumper and finish there. Daly has 10-11 on the day so far. Nice defense here for Hanley. Rutherford is not easy to guard, and Hanley's doing a nice job at this point. Number 11, Covington with the ball. Three. It's off the mark. Sammy Lara with the rebound. She gets it to Wardle, and we're coming back the other way. Long pass to Hanley. Hanley with a fake. Jumper off the glass. Good. Hanley has her second basket of the game.
That's so simple, but you have Elizabeth Hanley sprint the floor. You know Maya's going to find you if you're open a bit. She catches it. She does not rush anything. She slows it down, shot fakes, gets a little space, and finishes.
Niaja Rutherford with the ball. Dribbles near the top of the key. Drives. Gets a little too much contact. Falls on number 34, Biz Daly. That'll be her third, team seventh. And I believe that'll put Niaja Rutherford to the line to shoot one and the bonus. Number 10, Leilani Brooks is checked in for the Lions. Looks like, you think the referee would mind if I asked him to move? There he goes.
He read your mind.
And now, of course, the shooters, there we
now
go.
He's number 40.
Back. Yeah, Talia Wittes is also checked in for the Lions. Niaja Rutherford shooting one in the bonus here. Her first free throw is perfect.
She's put together a nice half.
I've got her down for 7.
That's what I've got.
Then you know we're perfect.
It's got to be right. It's got to be
absolutely right. Second free throw is off the mark for Rutherford, and here come the Irish. Wardle up to Breitbach. Breitbach dribbles out. A lot of contact there from Rutherford, and Rutherford will pick up her second. I believe the team's fifth. Irish will inbound right to our left here. Breitbach with the ball, gets it to Bear. Bear swings it back to Breitbach. Over to Wardle. Wardle gets it into Biz Daly. Biz looks to drive, kicks it out to Bear. Bear swings it to Wardle. Wardle directing, kicks it out to Breitbach for 3, off the mark. Here come the Lions. Oh, a nice little crossover there from number 10, who feeds down under, and good for number 40, Talia Wittes. That was a nice feed, I believe, from Leilani Brooks.
That was. And you mentioned it. The nice crossover, handled the ball very well.
The pass was just a little beyond the reach of Bear, but Bear saved it. We got a lot of contact and a great job there by Breitbach taking the charge, and that foul will be on number 23, Serena Winters. Her first, team 6.
For first, team 6.
We have a substitution here. I believe number 12, Tayana Ross, is checked in. I think we have another substitution. I missed it there. I think it was number 14, Kennedy Tompkins, also checked in for the Lions. So here come the Lions back the other way. Winters with the ball. Winters gets it down under. The ball gets thrown across. They get it back out to Winters.
See that one
Here's
again.
Winters' drive. Wow. Biz Daly's 4th foul there. Team's 8th. And I will certainly say on that one, wow. That's all I really can say. That's
Looked like she was there.
so Serena Winters misses her first free throw. She'll get one more. And number 21, Sammy Lard, is checked in for the Irish. Second free throw for Winters off the mark. Lard hustles after the rebound. Here comes Wardle. We're down to 5 seconds left here. Lard for long 3 out the front of the rim, and that'll bring us to the end of the second quarter. Notre Dame 27, Peoria High 19. Mike, initial thoughts on this first half?
You know, you're looking at a JV game and 2 pretty good JV teams. It's a good game. I know we've got some kids that are tired. I think part of the foul issues that Biz Daly's getting into is playing so many minutes and so hard in that varsity game earlier. I think she's just getting a little fatigued out here, but it's got a good flow to it. It's going to be a battle of attrition. Who's going to still have legs left by the end of the game here? But just like we talked about in the varsity game, we'll continue to talk about it. When you come out after halftime, those first 4 or 5 minutes in the varsity game, we came out and the second quarter we had a 9-0 run, and we just were able to expand our lead a little bit. And that's what you're looking to do here when you have a lead, is you want to come out and get a little distance by continuing to do the same thing that you've been doing to get that early lead. And then another key is going to be, can Biz Daly hang in there with her fouls?
Well, she's got 4 right now, so I suspect that second half is going to start with her sitting for a little bit, and that's going to be tough for the Irish because she was such a force there in the first quarter.
Right.
The Irish outscored the Lions in the first quarter 19-11. They played to an even 8 the second quarter, and she has 11 of the Irish's 27 points at this point. Contributing as well, Sammy Lard has 7. Maya Wardle 5, and Elizabeth Hanley with 4. So again, 11 of that 27. That's quite a bit of production for the Irish right now, and that'll be tough to replace.
Yeah, not to mention how many balls she's kept alive on the offensive boards and what she does defensively, rebounding as well. And again, a big thing is going to be how do the fatigue factor, and that can contribute to some of the fouls and so forth. But again, points were a little harder to come by for us that second quarter. I thought the Lions toughened up their defense a little bit, and didn't give us quite as many opportunities around the basket. Made it where we had to shoot the ball from outside a little bit more.
On the other side of the court, we've seen Nyasha Rutherford play a fantastic first half, I think. She's doing a great job on both sides of the ball, particularly running the offense for the Lions. She has 7. Also contributing for her team, Trinity Childs has a couple of early baskets in the first quarter. And then Serena Winters with that second quarter 3. She also has a free throw in the first quarter. And then Talia Whitus has a second quarter basket, and Heaven Wood also with 2 free throws in the first quarter. So again, good balanced attack there from the Lions, and we've got a game. The Irish certainly created more separation early on, but the Lions are doing a good job and have closed it now to 8 points.
Yeah, it could be a game of spurts, and who's got the most spurts and the longest spurt left in them. But just looking at the stats here, you talk about the half that Biz put together, but Sammy Lard, 7 points, so she's still going to be a force around the basket. She's just active enough and athletic enough. She'll keep the ball alive on the offensive boards for us.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we're just under 7 minutes left here in halftime, and we're going to take a little break here, but we'll be back for the second half of this sophomore game here between the Lions of Peoria High and your Notre Dame Irish.
Get the expert orthopedic care you need when you need it. Skip the ER and come to Midwest Ortho First. We're the area's only walk-in clinic for sprains, strains, and breaks. Midwest Ortho First at Midwest Orthopedic Center. Proud to be the viewer's choice.
All right, listen. Right now is the time that we have to sign up and become part of the YouTube channels so that we can continue having these wonderful sports contests shown to us. Please sign up. I don't know if that's going to do it or not. All right, so I forgot 2 things on my video. One, here come the Irish. And then I also forgot, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the second half. And Mike Plunkett is making me laugh here, folks, so I apologize for that. Second half ready to kick off. It'll be Irish ball coming out after our halftime break. The Irish lead this game 27-19 over the Lions of Peoria High. On the floor for the Irish, we have Wardle, Breitbach, Hanley, Lard, and Miss Biz Daly. Daly playing with 4 fouls right now, if my tally is correct.
I should have checked the board when I
Run out there really quick.
Dominic, is that right? 4 fouls?
4 fouls.
Dom's got it. Yep.
On the floor for Peoria High, we've got, I think, starters, Rutherford, Wood, Ross, Childs, and Winters, but I will check that to be sure.
Yeah, this game looked at one point like it could possibly get a little bit away from the Lions, and they've done a nice job of, again, they just tightened their defense up a little bit, making things a little bit tougher for us. They've knocked down a few shots, so let's see what happens these first 4 minutes of this. Up until our media timeout here, I think we could tell a lot.
And a quick shout out to the family of Dania Covington. I apologize for misspelling her name. Or not misspelling, mispronouncing. I am an absolute novice at this and way underpaid. I'm kidding. But I enjoy doing it, so I do apologize for the mispronunciation, both to Dania's family and to Dania herself. Nice block there underneath the hoop by Elizabeth Hanley. But great hustle there from number 2, Heaven Wood, to keep as much control as she could and forcing a jump ball and keeping the ball with the Lions. Number 12, Tayana Ross will inbound. And the ball comes up to number 1, Niasia Rutherford. She'll drive. Nice drive for Rutherford. Shots just off the mark. And Biz Daly with another rebound.
You know, Rutherford's just a freshman.
Another pass. Just wanted to point out another fantastic pass from Wardle.
Yeah, that's just
the free throw line to underneath.
Yeah, her vision and her ability to make that pass. I was just talking about Rutherford, just a freshman. She's a very talented player. She's got some quickness to her. She's pretty crafty around the basket.
Incredibly talented freshman class.
The only
Peoria High has.
The only thing you've got with Peoria High, and I was just talking to their scorekeeper, Paul Woolner, their varsity, they have 1 senior on their varsity. So you think about these kids, where are we going to play? There's a lot of good players here. So they're playing for spots. These kids out here, this is an important game for them.
Absolutely.
Every time they play, that's an important game for them.
3 is up and off the mark for number 23, Serena Winters. And the Irish
Just
come back
another
in,
look.
and there's Wardle doing the same thing. That's about a 3/4 length pass of the court to Elizabeth Hanley. The basket's good for Hanley. And that increases the lead to 10 for the Irish. There's a steal for Hanley. We're coming right back the other way. Hanley's up. Nope, she passes it to Wardle. Wardle jumper. Good.
And it did not take Elizabeth Hanley long to figure out her time playing with Maya Wardle. If I run the floor, I'm going to get shots.
We got another steal here. Another pass from Wardle to Hanley. Shots off for Hanley. Rebound, Wardle. Put back. Good. And I'll tell you right there, Coach Watkins did not like what she saw whatsoever, called a timeout. And we're going to get a full timeout for the Lions after a 6-0 run for the Irish to extend the lead 33-19 with 5:40 left here in the second quarter. And,
you talk about, we mentioned that those first, it's only been the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds here, but we've had that spurt, 6-0, and that's, that can kind of dictate how things go. But so much it's been done by good effort on the defensive end, kids running the floor, and again, just the vision of Maya Wardle getting the ball to people in spots where they can score.
So, folks, this is not our media timeout. This is just a regular full timeout for Peoria High. And it looks like number 10, Leilani Brooks, number 14, Kennedy Tompkins, have checked in for the Lions. I think Trinity Childs is still in. I see inbounding. It looks like Kevin Wood is inbounding. Ball is poked away. I tell you, I'm going to call the IHSA. I'm going to say right now, you've got to have white numbers because my eyes are not good anymore. I'm just too old.
And it's even harder when you get football uniforms that way.
Nice steal and layup from Maya Wardle. Although the black on maroon uniforms are pretty tough. I like them. Here comes Wardle back the other way. Another steal. They've increased the lead now to 16. Ball's out to Mary Breitbach, who gets it to Biz Daly. Biz looks to drive, kicks it to Hanley. Hanley for a long three. It's off the mark. Sammy Lard with a nice rebound. Gets it to Breitbach inside to Hanley. Hanley's shot off the mark. Hanley with another rebound. Goes up strong. Tips it to Wardle. Wardle off the glass. She's fouled. Looks like number 23, Serena Winters, will pick up her second foul.
Fouls on 23, Serena Winters, her second, team first.
So Winters picks up her second on she was playing good defense, good closeout defense, just a little too much, and it'll be the team's first foul here in the second half. Wardle misses her first free throw.
And we just kept the ball alive on the offensive boards. Elizabeth Hanley was so active on the boards at that particular time, and as you're doing that, you're going to get a bucket or you're going to get fouled. One of those things generally happens.
Talia White is number 40, is checked back in for the Lions.
Where the Lions are having trouble right now is just breaking our full court pressure, getting the ball in initially.
There's a nice block from behind from Elizabeth Hanley. And number 13, Jillian Sander, will check in for the Irish. And if my tally is correct, I believe Maya Wardle has scored the last 9 points for the Irish. I think Hanley got a nice layup to start things, and Wardle's got 9. Again, I'm not sure. We've got a referee at the table. I'm not sure if they're going to try to go with the media timeout. But they're going to wait. They're going to inbound and wait for the next whistle. Tana Ross to inbound. Gets it to number 2, Heaven Wood. Wood looks to drive. Good defense from Sammy Lard. Lard gets tripped up. And as she's fouling, tries to get it to Hanley and just can't connect.
And that's where you want to get that rebound and then just kind of settle it, clear yourself out, and then let things happen. And if you do that, you're probably going to end up getting some advantage on the other end.
So there's Mary Breitbach stealing the ball, but again, it's stolen back by Heaven Wood. Tana Ross with it, gets it back to Wood. Wood with the ball in the lane, kicks it out. And the Lions like to set things up. Wittes with the ball in the lane, nice floater, good. She gets her second basket of the game. Talia Wittes. Ball goes out to Elizabeth Hanley. She swings it to Wardle. Wardle kicks it across to Breitbach. I thought we might get a shot. No shot. She looks to drive. It's poked away. And Ellie Bear will check in for the Irish. And checking in for the Lions, number 1, Niaja Rutherford. And that'll bring us to our third quarter media timeout.
Don't let your bones, muscles, or joints slow you down. At Midwest Orthopedic Center, we're experts at helping people of all ages relieve pain and restore function so you can get the most out of life. Midwest Orthopedic Center, proud to be the viewer's choice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, earlier this week, and as you may have seen in the senior night varsity game, our very own Mike Plunkett interviewed our senior players. He also had an opportunity to sit down with Coach Langhoff to have a few minutes to talk about the season, among other things. So we're going to take a minute here to share that interview with you because it was a fantastic several minutes with the coach.
We're here with Coach Langhoff, and really, Coach, we just want to get your thoughts on the 4 seniors this year. We've got senior night coming up. It's been a strange year, to say the least. So just your thoughts on these 4 seniors and anything you have to say.
Yeah, they're my first group of. They were freshmen when I started here, so it's hard to believe it's been their 4th year. you know, they've all grown as people and players, and you know, I just first thought I have, I saw, I remember seeing one of the first days I was in the building after I was hired, I saw Lily Blackford, and didn't know who she was, just, you know, knew it was Coach or Mr. Blackford's daughter. And I remember her telling me that she's like, yeah, I don't really play a lot of basketball, I'll be soccer. And turns out, you know, 4 years later, she's, you know, not only here playing with us as a captain, but you know, also you know, getting ready to go play college basketball. So that's a great story. You know, Liz has been here the same amount of time, and she's grown as a player and as a young lady. You know, my best memories of her is anytime our 3 boys were around, she was the first one that would go get a basketball and shoot with them. So our boys will have great memories of Liz. Celine, you know, played her first 2 years and then had the knee injury and sat out last year. And you know, thankfully she came back and wanted to be a part of it, and you know, came in the summer and said, hey, I think I'm healthy enough to play, and so that was great. And Annabelle's been, you know, a kid that we can count on, you know, just to do about everything, not just Avani's, but all kinds of stuff. I mean, she's organized our team store the last couple of years. She's been a big part of when we bought gifts for kids in need the last couple holidays. She's put that together. Very good organizer. You know, has kind of struggled last year. You know, she played first few games, then got mono and basically missed her whole junior year. And then you know, all these kids have endured everything that we're going through. And you know, I still remember when I got the call that, you know, the diocese was not going to let us play regardless of what the IHSA said. And we had just left. We had weights that day. We had just left. And I get home and I get an email or a text from Mr. Rudolph, and I remember texting those kids and saying, hey, you know, hey, let's talk. I need to talk to you at the school. And they all met me up here. Of course, you know, with social media, I was trying to soften the blow, but they already knew what was going on, and we just kind of hung out in the gym, and you know, we just talked about some of the stuff over the last 3 or 4 years. And so we're very fortunate that these 4 young ladies have stuck it out. There's a lot of options in high school. You know, we lose kids. Every program loses kids, you know, all the time. And these 4 have stuck it out, and I'm really proud of them. And I'm just happy that they are having, you know, a high school basketball season.
Good. Thanks, Coach.
All right, you bet. Thank you so much.
And again, I misspoke earlier when I think when I talked about Celine Schick, or Sammy Lar with another bucket. Celine missed last year with a knee injury. It was Annabelle with the issues with mono and trying to bounce back and so forth. I think I spoke about that. But to have both those kids back as seniors is just it's just a tribute to them, especially with all the circumstances surrounding this season. But just a real tribute to them and their families.
So nice rebound there. Nice rebound there from Elizabeth Hanley, and Wardle will come back with the floater in the lane. It's off the mark. Sammy loses the rebound, and we'll come back. And while we were listening to Coach, Sammy Lard had a nice couple of buckets, and on the other end, Niaja Rutherford had a nice basket through the lane. And again, there she is with another. So with just 30 seconds left here in the third quarter, the Irish lead 40-25 over Peoria High. Wardle looks to drive, gets inside to Lard. Lard kicks it over to Hanley. Hanley with the jumper, in and out. That's a nice rebound there for number 13, Trinity Childs. And while we were listening to Coach, Trinity Childs did check in for the Lions, obviously. There's Rutherford with a nice move through the lane, just off the mark. I tell you, Ellie Bear is rebounding well tonight. She just grabbed that one there, and she had another one while we were listening to Coach Langhoff. Folks, we're at the end of the third quarter. Irish lead 40-25. And I think we're going to have another performance here from our own Notre Dame cheerleaders.
Maybe they're cheering because finals are over. What do you think?
Or they're cheering because we're not talking right
Well, the people at home are.
Shout it out, come on, here we go. PND, PND, Irish, the best by far. Yell it out, you know who we are. Go Big Blue, go Big Blue. PND, go Big Blue. Let's go Irish.
now. Again, fantastic work. Fantastic work. So I believe that was a nice work through the lane from Nyasha Rutherford. There's Sammy's jumper. Again, Sammy cleaning up in the lane. That was a couple of the goings on while Coach Langhoff was talking. And again, when Nyasha Rutherford, and again, I believe Rutherford is just a freshman.
Just a freshman. Good-looking freshman in a program that's got a lot of really nice freshmen and
That's got a
sophomores.
very good young team. So Wardle with the ball, feeds Daly. Again, just this combination of Wardle to Daly continues to cause trouble. There's Rutherford's pass is just a little bit short to number 13, Trinity Childs, and here comes Wardle the other way. She kicks it to Breitbach, nice fake. She feeds inside to Wardle's just off the mark. Wardle for the steal. She almost flips over. And the referee calls a foul on number 4, Maya Wardle. Her first, team's first. Nice hustle from Wardle, just couldn't quite get a handle on it. So the ball comes in to Rutherford. Rutherford gets it over to Heaven Wood. Wood gets it back to Rutherford. The ball comes back to, well, number 10 saved it back to right into the hands of Breitbach. And it looks like number 10, Leilani Brooks, it'll be her first, team second.
Brooks made a good hustle play, going to make sure Mary earned those 2 points if she's going to get them.
The ball was going to go over and back, and Brooks saved it right into Breitbach's hands. It came down and stopped an easy layup. It was a good, like you said, good hustle from Brooks. Breitbach makes her first free throw. And her second. And she's on the board tonight. Nice basket there from number 1, Nyasha Rutherford. She is putting together a fantastic game here.
She just keeps pouring them in. She's, like we've said, she's a good player, and she's going to be one that we're going to see play with some other really good players in that program the next few years.
Her ability to penetrate is incredible. Nice pass underneath from Daly to Hanley. Hanley's shot just a little bit off, and we're coming back the other way. Wardle on Rutherford. It's a great matchup we have here tonight. Nice screen there from Brooks. Lard gets after it and forces the jump ball. The ball will stay with the Lions. Folks, we have 6:14 left here in the fourth quarter. Irish lead 44-27 over Peoria High. And there's Lard with another steal. Gets it over to Wardle. Wardle looks to attack, kicks it to Breitbach. Breitbach off the glass, misses. Lard fights for it, doesn't get it, and we're coming back. Ball comes up to number 12, Ross. Ross pulls it back out, gets it to Rutherford. Wood with the ball, nice drive from Wood, loses her balance, goes down, keeps her dribble, but gets the pass off. Shots off the mark, here comes Wardle. Swings it to Hanley, Hanley for 3, off the mark.
Looked good from here, didn't it?
It did, it was really good looking shot, but Rutherford has the ball, she's gonna set up for 3, that's short. You can just see a lot of these girls on the floor right now have been on the floor a lot tonight, and they're tired. Rutherford with a good move, and she's going to get caught for traveling. She ran out of room on that one. Number 11, Ellie Bear, and number 13, Jillian Sander will check in for the Irish. Looks like number 11, Dania Covington, I hope I'm saying that again, Dania Covington checking in for the Lions. Wardle gets it across to Bear. Bear inside to Daly. Daly with the jumper in the lane. Rolls. Good.
It's a good shot for Biz. Like to see her take that shot in this game.
Biz Daly with 15 on the evening. Comes Rutherford. Loses her balance. Controls it though. Kicks it out. Nice move through the lane there from Covington. Shot doesn't fall. Wardle gets it, goes ahead. There's some good passing and great hustle there from Covington to stop the ball, but the Irish were moving that ball at the court very, very well.
And just it started with the rebound. You know, you watch Sammy Lard, and a lot of times, you know, one of the things that I noticed when I was coaching girls is one of the words I hollered more than anything else was jump. You know, you wanted kids to jump and get after the ball. Sammy does it. Sammy went up and got that rebound, which started that break. Excellent pass. And again, like you mentioned, a really good hustle play by Covington to break that layup up. But that's what we've been having a lot of success with this whole game, is just pushing the ball down the floor, beating them down the floor.
Right. So, folks, we have 4:27 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame leads 46-27 over the Lions of Peoria High. And this gives me a wonderful opportunity here during our media timeout to thank this incredible list of sponsors: Diders Funeral Home, DVI, David Vaughn Investments, Jim Carlson and Country Financial, J.C. Dillon Plumbing, wonderful family there, and the Dillon's basketball tradition here at Notre Dame, Midwest Orthopedic Center, J.R. Koch, and at the Maloof Realty, the Pipco companies, Jones Brothers Jewelers. We have Anytime Fitness, Quality Pools by Design. We have Purpose Barber Station, Hine Construction, the Nethery Group, and of course our own PND boosters. And then down there in your left-hand corner, I'm going to give a shout out to Jared Buckhart again, who's doing wonderful work right now in my basement, entire home improvement. If you don't know Jared, I encourage you to look him up. He took what was a funky-looking basement. It was pretty nuts, and made it beautiful.
Really?
Absolutely beautiful.
That's good to hear.
He's more than just an improvement guy, so to speak. He's truly a craftsman and an artist. So the ball comes into Biz Daly. She attacks, gets hammered going through the lane. She's back at the line, and she hits the first of 2 free throws. She has, if I'm not mistaken, 16 on the night.
I've got her for 16.
Then you know we're right. I mean, I'm
and
telling
here's
you.
17. Well, we were wrong there. Now it's 17.
Now it's 17. So,
yep.
Okay. Now, so then she's had a great night there. Again, Rutherford looks to get it in. She's getting tied up by Wardle. Does a good job getting it away, but here we are tied up. We're going to have a jump ball. It's going to go to the Irish. And again, if you look away for a second, the Irish are going to be all over the ball.
It's pretty relentless. It's just constant the whole game.
And just, even up by 21, they keep the pressure on. You won't get better by sitting back.
No.
Wardle across to Carpenter. Chloe Carpenter's checked in for the Irish. Wardle looks inside to Jillian Sander. Jillian drives, kicks it back out to Wardle. Again, Wardle down to Carpenter in the corner. And Carpenter gets called for a travel. Number 24, Sydney Wharton, checking in for the Irish, getting her first action today. A nice move through the lane from Rutherford. Shot just falls a little bit short, and if she's not tired, I don't know who is.
She's worked hard.
She is playing a fantastic game, and she has to be exhausted. Falls on number 24, Sydney Wharton, her first, team's second. And number Number 10, Leilani Brooks, is checked in for the Lions. And folks, we got a switch happening here on our camera. As Dominic Langoff, oh, we got a nice shot there. Again, Niaja Rutherford slicing through the lane, hitting it off the glass, and it's good. Sydney Wharton driving. Shots tipped and off. And out of bounds, will stay with the Irish. As I mentioned, we just had a switch at the camera. Dominic Langoff doing an incredible job. Now Mike Bear's on it because you know he's going to put it on us. But
we've had no issues all night, and now all of a sudden we're 30 seconds into a change.
Seriously, that platform's not high enough for me to push him. But Chloe Carpenter to inbound, gets it to Wharton. Sydney gets it back to Lard. Lard drives, kicks it over to Wardle. Wardle to drive as well. Nope, brings it back out. Wardle across to Chloe. Chloe for three. Nope. Sorry, that was for three. Shots off. And here come the Lions. Wittes gets it across. Pass is just out of the reach.
Yeah, it was deflected. I think Maya got her hand on
Maya
it.
tipped it, okay.
For the probably 100th time tonight.
Just out of the reach of Childs. Childs went leaping for it, just couldn't get it. And here it is, back into Childs. Childs with a nice shot off the glass. No good. And Daly, who's been playing with 4 fouls this whole half, has done a phenomenal job. We're at 2:30 left in the fourth quarter. Irish lead, 48-29. Fouls on number 3, Chloe Carpenter. It'll be Lions ball. So there's another fantastic move from Rutherford, slicing down the right side of the lane. Basket's good. It looks like we have a collision here. Sammy Lard went down hard. She gets up. It looks like she got hit in the face. She's grimacing a bit, yet smiling. Did we have a foul called there? We did. I didn't catch who was on, but Sammy
what a nice move there.
Right away and scores. Rutherford with the ball, looks to create, kicks it back out. It's back to Rutherford. She gets over to Heaven Wood. The ball's tipped away on Wood's missed shot. Lard's on the ground with Rutherford. Jump ball will stay with Central. Number 13, Jillian Sander, will check in. We'll check in for the Irish. Number 10, Leilani Brooks. Swings it over to Tiana Ross, goes back to Brooks. And we got a double dribble. It was a nice move for Leilani Brooks through the lane, just got a little caught up and had a quick double dribble there. Ellie Bear swings it to Biz Daly. Biz Daly gets it to Wharton. Wharton over to Carpenter. We have a little collision on the far side, but nice hustle there from Ellie Bear to tie up the ball and force a jump ball and stay with the Irish. With 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter, the Irish lead 50-31 over Peoria High. Ball comes into Bear. Bear drives, nice screen from Daly. Bear takes a long shot, and she's going to go to line and shoot 2 shots. That foul was on Heaven Wood, her third, team's 5th. Ellie Bear is going to get 2 shots. First free throw's off the mark for Bear. Second free throw is missed, and we're coming back the other way. Nice move for Wood through the lane. It's good. Heaven Wood gets her first basket.
Heaven Wood.
Another freshman.
Yep.
Shows some skill.
Biz Daly with the ball. She looks to drive, loses the handle on it. Here come the Lions. Rutherford with the ball. She sees a lot of turned back. She goes up off the glass. It's not good. Ball's knocked around. Trinity Childs gets it, swings it over to Wood. Wood goes cross court. Number 12. Tana Ross's three-pointers off the mark. Daly coming back. We're down to 21 seconds. Sander with the ball, swings it to Carpenter. Carpenter down under to Wharton. It's tipped, and we'll stay with the Irish. 15.2 left on the clock. Irish leading 50-33. Biz Daly will inbound for the Irish. It's tipped around. Chloe Carpenter gets it to Daly. Inside to Sander. Sanders' shot goes off the mark. Nice pat around. Here come the Lions. 3 seconds left. Goes across the Wood. Wood just holds it, lets time run out. And folks, that'll end it. Final score, Notre Dame 50, Peoria High 33. Initial thoughts, Mike, on the game?
You know, this is a Peoria High JV team that's playing some varsity games right now, so they're getting quite a bit of work in this week. So, you know, you see some talent there. There's some good young players there. Like we said, there's a few of their freshmen, sophomores that are playing strictly with the varsity. We're not seeing them at all in a game like this, but you see some talent here on this squad, which you know, combined with the talents at the varsity level, I think we're going to have some pretty good matchups down the road with Notre Dame and Peoria High as things move into the remainder of these kids' high school career.
So I think, you know, looking at, as you mentioned, Peoria High and their freshman class, just completely impressed with the work of Niagara Rutherford. I have her down for 17 tonight at their 33. Just the complete package. We had 4 other scorers for Peoria High, and if I'm not mistaken, all 4 scored 4.
That's what I had.
And that's Heaven Wood, Trinity Childs, Serena Winters, and Talia Wittes. All of whom played great games, but not to take anything away from any of the other players for the Lions as well, because I thought Leilani Brooks contributed well. Dania Covington certainly having a nice game. Tana Ross certainly mixing it up inside, doing very, very well as well. But overall, very nice complete team. They're going to be, again, trouble down the road.
Yeah, you combine some of these kids with the kids that they have currently playing with the varsity that are young kids, and like I said, I think the matchups between Notre Dame and Peoria High are just going to continue to be really battles the next few years.
And then on the Irish side of things, some great games that we saw there. Looking right at it, I'm looking at Biz Daly with 17. Again, looking to you to check my math always, but that's what I'm seeing out of the gate.
That's
right
what I've got her with 17.
And then Sammy Lard with 13. She had a strong first half and came out and put in another 6 in the second half, giving her 13 for the game. And then Maya Wardle, who had 5 in the first half, and then and then finished with a nice 12 on the evening,
with probably at least that many assists, if not more.
Easily,
yeah.
and then half that, if not more, in steals.
Yes,
she was a little bit of everywhere tonight. And then Mary Breitbach, again, you see 2 in the scorebook, but you know that she was everywhere she needed to be tonight.
Yeah, she just does. You know, and she's one of those, every time she shoots the ball, I expect it to go in.
Yeah.
And that's unfair because you're not going to make them all, but that's how good of a shooter she is. She looks like she's going to make a shot when she takes it. So that's always nice to see. But Mary just does, you know, she's just a good basketball player. She's not just a shooter, not just a this or that. She'll go out and she will just make plays that a lot of times go unnoticed in a box score, but you can't win a game without her.
And again, nobody is a tougher critic of Mary's than Mary.
That's
you
right.
You can see the nobody gets down on herself. Sometimes even when she makes a shot. But again, Elizabeth Hanley with a tough 6, and again, probably double that in rebounds as well. I mean, she was a little bit everywhere today. Chloe Carpenter seeing some great time today. Ellie Bear, again, seeing some great time today, doing a great job on the boards as well. It was great seeing Jillian Sander get in there and mix it up.
And Jillian always does. Jillian does a lot of good things when she's on the floor.
Absolutely. You know, I'm certainly happy rooting for a team that Jillian's on rather than coaching against her, because again, it was never fun coaching against Jillian Sander. And then again, Sydney Wharton always contributing when she's on the floor, and she certainly has a nice shot, and I wish she got an opportunity to shoot it more tonight. But overall, 50 points from your sophomore team. I would think Coach Hill is ecstatic about this.
Yeah, that's a nice. I don't know if the sophomores. I would assume they have a conference tournament as well.
I don't know if that's official yet, because I know that the plan was for all 3 teams to have conference tournaments. But you know, as we get further into the season, I don't know what the status is for all of those right now.
And I would imagine not everybody's got a sophomore team. You know, either initially as the season started or as a result of COVID restrictions and so forth. So.
Well, folks, I think
see.
that's going to wrap us up for tonight. Mike, final thoughts?
No, just, you know, it's been fun watching the girls play. This is the last time we'll see the girls play in this gym this year, so it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad we had this opportunity to do so. And we've got back-to-back nights coming up with teams from Bloomington High School tomorrow night facing our boys, JV and varsity, and then Bloomington Central Catholic on Saturday night with our boys. So, so it's been just really nice to have the opportunity. You know, I thank David Rudolph for allowing me to do this, to be able to see our girls play this year and see the progression, and to see them have some success. If we're going to be here all these games, it's nice to see us win some games, and we've won more than we've lost here. So,
and folks, we encourage you to continue following the Twitter account for Notre Dame's girls basketball program. It's updated regularly. Follow a Facebook page for updates on tournament and so forth. As more information will be forthcoming, we know they'll be seated well and they'll compete very well in the tournament. That's going to about wrap it up for us tonight. Again, we couldn't do what we do here without our wonderful sponsors for not only Notre Dame basketball but for athletics in general. And again, I won't read them all off for you for the 400th time tonight. Probably it's 3 or 4, but I like to exaggerate because they are a wonderful group of companies and individuals who help us out. But if we can leave those sponsors up here as I'm wrapping up. Other thank yous tonight, and the list is always an incredible group of people. Val Schiefling and Pat Armstrong continuing to keep us safe. Our cheer coach and dance coaches, Alana Dawson and Tally Severe. At the table, our scores table, our announcer, always bringing the information loud and clear, John Cummings. Our scoreboard and clock, Dave Kenny. Our official score tonight was Doug Simmons. On the camera tonight, for the majority of the night, I think he had to tag out towards the end of the night because he was only 12 years old, was young Dominic Langhoff, who did a phenomenal
great job.
Absolute job. Much older than his 12 years. Then again, our technical coordinator this evening was Brian Simmons, keeping us well control. And then backing him up was Mike Baer, as he has started his season for soccer, and we're excited to talk with Coach Baer probably Saturday night. Coach Plunkett's going to sit down with him and get a little kind of a thumbnail on the upcoming soccer season, so we're excited for that. So, folks, wonderful night here. Our final score for the varsity game, senior night, 65-36 over the Cavaliers of LaSalle, Peru. And then our follow-up JV game saw our girls knock out the Lions of Peoria High, 50-33. My name is Jim Lynch. For Mike Plunkett, it's been a wonderful night for all of us here at Notre Dame. We wish you all well. God bless. Have a great night.